I'm just a guy having fun at the range. Let's go shoot something. Alright, so I've been asked to do a rifle video. So I brought out finally some actual rifles. So just to give you kind of an idea of what we're shooting today, I decided I'd go through the different actions that rifles have. So I have here, this is a Savage Mark II, chambered in 22 long rifle, and we can get that bolt open so you can see that it's empty at the moment. So a Savage Mark II in 22 long rifle, it's a bolt action. Then I have a lever action. This one's in 357 Magnum. It's a Henry. And then I've got a Henry 22 pump action. And then a Ruger 1022 in 22 long rifle as well. And it's a semi-automatic. So these kind of represent the four primary actions that you'll see in rifles: the bolt action, the lever action, the pump action, and the semi-automatic. And we're just going to go through them real quick. Again, I'm shooting kind of close for rifles, but most of these are 22, so I'm not too worried. But just about 12 yards, and we're going to be shooting at those 8-inch plates, and I've got a 4-inch plate down there as well. So let's go ahead and get started off with the bolt action. So it uses a nice little 10-round magazine, and I've got a Barska scope on here. Barska isn't the best brand out there, but my goodness, for $75, it's a really nice scope. So this is a 4 to 16 power. I've got it dialed all the way down to a 4X scope, but I'm just going to see if I can put a whole bunch on that 4-inch plate down there. Maybe we'll shoot the spinner a little bit. Yeah, not a problem. Nailing that plate. Yep. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get that spinner. The top of it, I think, is 1.5 inches. So nailed that, and again, you know, I'm fairly close range here, so it's not a very impressive feat. But just to show you kind of how the bolt action functions, so forward and down locks the bolt into place, brings the round into the chamber, and then you eject the spent cartridge by going up and pulling back. For some reason, these guys are not wanting to come out. So nice and easy. For some reason, oopsies. You'll cut that one. Alright. So this rifle is accurate easily out to 50 yards. I've shot it at 100 and 200 before, but it is a 22. So it's not really designed to be shot super far. Most of the 22 shooting that I do is at 50 feet, but it's fun if I've got a 200-yard range, take this thing out here and lob 22s out at that 200-yard gong. Now, quite fun, but yeah, I don't know why it's having such an issue extracting today, but we'll leave that guy alone for now because he's having some issues. So, shot him yesterday, he was doing just fine, so maybe it's the ammo. Up next is a lever action, 357 Magnum. You can also shoot 38 specials in it, though I've had some issues with it cycling with the 38 special, so I tend to just shoot the 357 Magnums. But a really nice shooter for a 357 Magnum. Barely any kick. So lever action, the lever goes down, which throws the bolt back, throws the spent case out, and then as you bring it in, it'll actually draw the next cartridge into the chamber. We're empty. Okay. So very fun. I mean, it's a repeating firearm that you don't even have to take off your shoulder to get the next round in. It's a fairly natural motion. Doesn't throw off your point of aim too much. But it's an old action. You know, these are the lever action was kind of introduced into the Civil War, and you know, it kind of turned the tide. I got rid of those 10 rounds in no time at all. And imagine somebody who's still using a muzzle loader who has to take about 10 seconds to reload and fire again. I think 6 seconds was the best rifleman. The best rifleman could get a shot off every 6 seconds. And I can put 10 rounds down range in 6 seconds with this thing. So it definitely changed infantry warfare quite a bit. Not that I'm really into that too much, I just enjoy shooting, but that's a neat one. Really fun to shoot 357 Magnum out of a package like that, where you barely have any recoil. So another Henry that I have is this guy here. He's a 22 long rifle pump action. So much like the lever action, the bolt is going to be actuated by a motion of some other part. So the lever action went down, the pump action goes back, comes forward to load around into the chamber. Yeah, that was fun. Those were actually the Aguila Super Maximum 22s, so a little bit higher velocity than most 22s that I shoot. They're kind of fun. They hit the steel with a little bit more of a crack. They get down there a little bit faster, but that's a pump action rifle. And then this guy is a Ruger 10/22 in semi-automatic. My red dot on. Yeah, it's a bright day, so it's going to be hard to see that one. But again, 22 long rifle, magazine fed. So the big difference between the semi-automatic and all of the rest of them is that I don't have to do anything other than squeeze the trigger. Okay? So all of the other ones, the bolt action, you've got to pull that bolt back, bring it forward, lock it down. The lever action, you've got to move that lever. Pump action, you've got to pump. The semi-automatic is all just a squeeze of the trigger, and the recoil of that round going off is what's going to actually actuate the action. All right, so let's see what we can hit with a Ruger 10/22 semi-automatic. Oh, I don't think this sight is sighted in at all. Yeah, there's no way. Anyway, sight's not sighted in. I forgot that I swapped out scopes before I left, and I completely forgot to sight this one in. So, because it's semi-automatic, I'm going to do a little bit of spray and pray and see if I can kind of walk it in the 20 or so rounds that are in this magazine, and see if I can get on one of those plates. So not using the sights at all. Yeah, we're getting some shots on target, despite the fact that it's wildly off. Alrighty. Well, that one was kind of interesting. Hanging up on a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's just needing to get worked in or what, but there it goes. Yeah, not sure what was going on with that one, but man, it did not want to cooperate, but still able to get a couple of hits on the steel, even without sights. So, I think it just needed to be shot. It hasn't been shot in a little while. So anyway, that's the different actions that I have for rifles. So bolt action, lever action, pump action, and semi-automatic. All just a little bit different. I'm just a guy having fun at the range. Hope you enjoyed that.